Good evening and welcome to the program, The Nigerian Governors Live, here on Silverbird Television, reaching you live from Abuja. My name is Awanduna Ingia. Now, before we go into the meat of our discussion today, I need to let you know that the impact of COVID-19 pandemic goes beyond Nigeria's borders. Around the world, countries are struggling to overcome economic downturn brought about by the pandemic across the country. It has become even more difficult for states to initiate and implement development projects. Some states do not have an economic agenda, while some are not even viable enough to have one. Not so Abia State, which has vigorously pursued an agenda of economic transformation in the past 6 years. The strategy has been to harness latent potentials by developing local content to compete with and even surpass imported products, and by manufacturing for export with the youths firmly in the mind. It is already working, and His Excellency Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu is in the studios to shed light on the economic options he has introduced in Abia State. We'll go on a quick break now, and when we come back, we shall meet our guests and then go right into our discussion. Stay with us. Welcome back to the program, The Nigerian Governors Live, reaching you live from Silverbird Studios here in the city of Abuja. Our guest today is no other person but His Excellency Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu, the Executive Governor of Abia State. Thank you so much, sir, for making our time from your busy schedule and being with us on the program today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, then. So I'm going to start from a very unusual position. You've been 6 years as governor right now, and one of the tales we frequently hear from public commentators and from even politicians at all levels is that governors seem to be emperors unto themselves. They seize party structures and will always want things to happen their own way. But I'd like to hear the proverbial saying that we hear from the horse's mouth. Yeah. You have been a governor. What has been your experience like and responding to all of these critics?
Oh, well, thank you very much. I have also had this assertion from people. Unfortunately, Nigeria has come to a point where we seem to paint everybody with the same brush.
Good morning, Abuja. Welcome to the program Situation Report here on Rhythm 94.7 FM, Abuja. Well, I know this is not the usual voice you hear behind the mic on this program. Well, for today, we're just flipping roles. We're flipping roles today on the program. Pepple is still here in the studio, by the way. Pepple, good morning once again.
Good morning to you, Andana.
Feels good to have you on the other side today.
Thank you.
All right, as you know, a lot of events happening in Nigeria that, of course, generate a lot of public interest. Yesterday, of course, the president presented the 2022 budget before the proposed budget before the National Assembly, joint session of the National Assembly, and as usual, a lot of people are already reacting to it, dissecting, and all of that. Now, you know how technical the budget can be. So for today, we'll keep that in the cooler, all right? Because when we come on the budget, we really want to come correct and give you every available information that you need to know. Now, one of the major complaints people have had over the years is the fact that, hey, the budget, the whole idea of the budget is still very distant from a whole lot of Nigerians, you know, technical, big numbers, and what is most important is how well does the budget, or rather how well has the budget affected or impacted the lives of people. By the way, my name is Awanduna Ingia. So quickly, Pepple, what was your thought about the budget? I know we're just going to scratch the surface, okay? What generally was your thought about it?
So personally, I think that before we even talk about the 2022 budget.
All right, let's go right into the other parts of the program. We'll take a bit on security this morning, and this story is coming all the way from Kaduna. Well, I like to call Kaduna my home. You know, being born and brought up there. So police kill bandits, rescue 6 kidnapped victims in Kaduna. Now, operatives of the Kaduna State Police Command and Operation Puff Ada 2 have neutralized a bandit in Fatika district of Giwa local government area in the state. The operatives also arrested 3 kidnappers in Lere local council and rescued 6 victims while recovering dangerous weapons from the criminals. The police public relations officer Mohammed Jilige, PPRO Mohammed Jilige, stated that the operators on October 2nd, 2021, about 1 p.m., acting on credible intelligence, stormed Yadi Forest in Fatika and engaged bandits in a fierce gun battle where one was neutralized and others fled with bullet injuries into the forest as the security situation worsens in Shiroro Local Council of Niger State. The residents of Karambana community have expressed readiness to pay for security. So, Pepple, right off, what's your thought about that story?
Well,
Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has relieved two ministers of the appointments. They are the Ministers of Agriculture, Mohammed Sabo Nanono, and that of Power, Salih Maman. Special advisors to the President, Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, announced this to State House correspondents on Wednesday. He said the Minister of Environment, Mohammed Abubakar, had been redeployed to the Ministry of Agriculture, while the Minister of State for Works, Abubakar Aliyu, is to take over as Minister of Power. In the meantime, the Zamfara state government has imposed a dusk to dawn curfew throughout the 14 local government areas in the state. The government has also shut down schools, both private and public, operating in all the local government areas in the state. The measure came on the heels of bandits' invasion of Kaya town in Marado local government area of the state on Wednesday morning, where a yet to be ascertained number of pupils were abducted from the government's day secondary school, Kaya. In the Marado local government area of the state, the curfew is from 8 o'clock in the evening to 7 o'clock in the morning. Reports say the bandits arrived the school at around 11 a.m. on Wednesday when the school was in session. And still on security, after recent efforts had been intensified to restore peace in Plateau State. Part of the efforts was the recent peace tour by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, during which he met the state governor and other stakeholders in the state capital, Jos. Briefing newsmen in Abuja on Thursday, Acting Director of Defense Media Operations, Brigadier General Bernard Onyoko, said all stakeholders had resolved to explore avenues to restore lasting peace to the state. Here's the report. Has been in the news for the wrong reasons, have lost their lives in premeditated attacks and reprisals. The immediate concern of those